Okay, I will share the screen. Okay, is my screen visible to all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, fine. So this is a sample PPT. Now, see, this only I have taken from the internet. You'll get numerous PPTs, presentations on internet for C programming. Now, this is the basic one. So I felt it is nice. So we'll discuss this thing. Uh, okay. Now, what today we'll discuss in next some lectures. I will discuss things in fast mode. That is, I'll not be repeating because we have discussed these earlier things. So I'll just explain and continue. But at the end of this particular lecture, still we will be left with 10 minutes. And in between also, maybe if you want to ask any questions, you are welcome. Okay. Let us start with this. So what is today's plan? I thought we should continue with bits and bytes, hexadecimal number representations, integer number representations. There are some students who are can okay. Now everyone can join because there is no time limit. If somebody is waiting, they can join. We'll see whether anybody is waiting. Chat. Who is waiting? Yes, audible. Fine. Okay. We'll start with this initially bits and bytes. So what is bit? As we have discussed yesterday and day before yesterday, bit is binary digit. So in a single binary digit, either I can store binary 0 or binary 1. So uh, computers are built around the idea of two states, on and off, as computers are built with electronic devices, and all electronic devices, the basic component of any electronic device or any IC is transistors. So transistors represent this in hardware and bits represent this in software. We can combine bits like with the base 10 numbers to represent more data, and 8 bits equal to 1 byte. Like in decimal number system, we have 0 to 9, 10 numbers. If we want to build more numbers with these numbers, we can combine these and we can build like 50, 60, 70. So it is built with two numbers. Likewise in binary also, with 0 and 1, if you want to extend this number system, you can increase this number system by using these two bits. Computer memory is just a large array of bytes. It is byte addressable. You can't address a single bit. Okay, only bytes can be addressable. Individual bits are not addressable in memory. Individual bytes can be addressable. Computers still fundamentally operate on bits. We have just gotten more creative about okay, who is waiting here. Some students are waiting in the lobby. Participants. Okay. Uh, so computers basically we use 0 and 1, that is binary numbers, to represent numbers and all. But what about the images, audio, video, text? How to represent these things? So as the computer is evolved with this, software systems and software programs, different softwares, they also evolved. And now today we have many techniques through which we can represent images, audio, video and all. This was not possible 20 years back. So take an example 5934. Okay, it's a decimal number. So we have digits 0 to 9. So what is the base? Base is 10. So 0 to base minus 1. 0 is the first number, base is 10. So last number is base minus 1 is 9. So I can have 0 to 9 digits in this number system. So we have ones, tens, hundreds and thousands. Now how to calculate? Suppose I have some numbers. Now how to calculate this total the magnitude or amount of this? You divide this 4 into 1, then 3 into 10, then 9 into 100, and this is 5 into 1000. So if we add this all, we get 5934. So this is 10 raised to 0, 10 raised to 1, 10 raised to 2, 10 raised to 3. 10 raised to 0, 1, 10 raised to 2 and 10 raised to 3. So we have this base raised to x, and here you should represent you should use this these values. Okay, so this is the number 4 bit is called least significant, not bit in this case. In this case it is digit. uh, in this case it's digits, so 10 raised to 0, 1, 2, 3. If it is binary, it will be bit. Okay, now take example of base 2. If it is base 2, that means it's a binary number. Base 2 is binary. Binary means two numbers. So here again, suppose you want to convert this 1011 into decimal systems in the equivalent decimal number. So what it should be? 2 raised to 0, 2 raised to 1, 2 raised to 2, 2 raised to 3. Multiply with this number, add all those numbers, and you'll get its total its number in decimal. So 2 raised to 0, 1, 2, 3. So what is this? We have 2 raised to 0, it is 1, 1 into 1. 2 raised to 1 is 2, 2 into 1, 2. Then we have 2 raised to 2 raised to 0, 2 raised to 1, 2 raised to 2, which is 4, 4 into 0, 0. 2 raised to 3 is 8, 8 into 1. If you add this all, 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1, it is 11. It's 0 here actually. So the leftmost base, when we see the any number, binary number, okay, left hand side bit is called most significant bit when we see it in face to face. Okay, this is called MSB or most significant bit, and the right side one is called LSB, which is least significant bit. Least significant bit means what? When we convert this into a decimal number system, the power of 2 which will with which we multiply to this number will be the smaller one. Now in this case it is 2 raised to 0, whereas in MSB it is the highest number, 2 raised to 0, 2 raised to 1, 2 raised to 2, 2 raised to 3. So this will have more value than all the numbers which are right to it. That's why this is called MSB, most significant bit. Now we have a question, what is 6 in base 2? Okay, so how we do it? Now this is just an example which they have given, but we cannot do it like this one. If you when I think you have studied in maybe 11th 12th or maybe in first year in electronics and all, that you take a number divided by 2 and you get a remainders and all. That is the best option through which we can get binary, but this is just an example. Okay, now what is the strategy here? What is the largest power of 2 which is less than 6? So we have 6. Then what is the largest power of 2 which is less significant, less than 6? 2 raised to 2. 2 raised to 2
2.
is 4. 2 raised to 2 is 4, which is less than 6. Okay, now we have 2 raised to 2 is equal to 4, which is less than 6. So you have to keep this number 2 raised to 0, 1, 2. So that we have kept it here. Next, now what is the largest power of 2? Largest power of 2 which is less than or equal to 6 minus 2 square. Already we have taken 2 which is 4. So 6 minus 4 is 2. So we have to find a power of 2 which is less than or equal to 2. So less than or equal to 2 is what? 2 raised to 1 is 2. So
2.
it is here. So if you add this 4 plus 2, it is, so 6 minus we have 6, the first number, minus 2 square, minus 2 raised to 1 equal to 0. Now this they have given the example. It is very difficult if we have a large number. Okay, if we have large number, do not use this guessing system. What we should use, we should divide that number by 2, and we use conventional system where we keep reminders, and in the reverse order all the remainders and those numbers as taken as binary number. Maybe in one lecture I will show you how to do it, but I assume you all know it how to convert binary to decimal. Do you know it? Hello, anyone can answer? Do you know how to convert binary to decimal? We have C25, Mansi Patil. Mansi, you can answer. Hello, Mansi? Yes, Mansi, you can speak. I can hear you. Mansi,
Yes, sir.
do you know how to convert a binary to decimal number? Hello, Mansi?
Sorry, sir.
Do you know how to convert binary to decimal? Okay, Samruddhi, Putane, do you know it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir, we know it.
yes.
Sir, I know.
Yes. Most of you all have studied this in I think 11th, 12th electronics subject or basic computer subject as well as in first year. But still, these things are important. Maybe in the other subject, DLD. You have DLD, no? This time, digital logic and design.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, maybe again you will study this part in there. Okay. So you know how to convert this one. So this is 6. Now what is the base 2 value of 1010
Yes,
in
sir.
base 10? Okay. So what is the base 2 value of 1010 in base 10? You just convert this. This is actually 10 here. Okay, I'll just skip this because this is okay, byte values. Now what is the minimum and maximum base 10 value a single byte, which is 8 bits, can store? 8 bits means the number of bits or width of that particular combination is 8. In that case, the minimum number always is 0 because we will have 8 zeros. What about maximum? Maximum is 8 ones. Okay. Now, do we have any other number other than this maximum? No. If you add this, increment this will become 8 zeros, and left hand side will have a carry of 1. So this will increase. So the number which is maximum possible is 11111. Now if you take example of say decimal number, and the width is say 3. If width is 3, then what is the minimum number in decimal? Anyone can answer. If my width is 3 in decimal system, what is the minimum number? Anyone can mute themselves and they can answer.
199.
Zero.
Minimum number.
Zero.
Yes.
Zero.
Minimum is always 0 because we have width 3. So 0, 0, 0 is a 0. What about the maximum number?
9.
What is the
111. Triple one.
I am not asking binary. I said it's a decimal system.
9.
Triple nine.
3.
Yes. 999. Okay. So in decimal, if my width is 3 digits, then the minimum number is 000 and maximum number possible is 999. Likewise, if it is a binary, if my width is 8 bits here, 1 byte, 8 bits, then the minimum is always 0, 8 zeros, and the maximum is 8 ones, which is how much? This is how much? 2 raised to 8 is 256 minus 1. So this is
55.
255. Now to calculate this one, if we just convert this and add in binary, we'll get 255. but you don't have to do this. You use the shortcut, which is 2 raised to 8 minus 1. That is 2 raised to 8 minus 1 is 255. Okay. Now we have some more tricks, like when we multiply 14, 15 to 10, we always know that you just have to add 0 here, so you get an answer 14,500. What about in binary? So in binary, if my number is 1100, so how much this one? 1100 is 12. Okay, because 1000 is 8 plus this 4, 12 into 2. Huh? Whenever we have a binary number, if you multiply by 2, it will become, if it is a, if we have a even number like 0 here, then we just add one more 0, like in decimal 1450 into 10 is 14,500, like here 1100 into 2 is 1100. If it is just 100, 100 into 2 is 1000, 100 is 4, 1000 is 8. Okay, so here key idea is what? Inserting 0 at the end multiplies by the base. Now if you divide 1450 by 10, this is decimal division, so 1450 by 10 is 145. What about 1100 base 2 divided by 2? It will become 110. Now you can see this, 110 is 6 and 1100 is 12. So 6 into 2 is 12. So key idea, removing 0 at the end divides by the base. That was bits and bytes. We all know it, and yesterday and day before yesterday also we have discussed some basics of these things. We'll move to next, which is hexadecimal number. So sometimes what happens, when the binary number is large, we cannot represent the it is very difficult to write it and remember this pattern, isn't it? So for that, what idea can be used? We can use a hexadecimal number. Now what is hexadecimal number? Like we have binary, which is only two numbers. So first two natural numbers in our number system are 0, 1, so that's why it is binary. Then we have octal, which is octal is 8, so base 8 means maximum 8 numbers. In that case, 0 is the first number. What is the last number? 7. So 0 to 7 number system if you use, that is octal. What about decimal? If decimal is 10, so 10 numbers. If we exclude 0, then 1 to 9, so 9 numbers plus 0, it becomes 10 numbers. What about hexadecimal? Hexa is 16. So in hexadecimal number, but we have only decimal 9 numbers, 0 to 9. So what about the next numbers which we are going to represent in hexa? So we use a, b.
Alphabets. A, B, C, D,
Yes, yes.
CEF.
Okay,
F.
we use A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, like 9 is the last number in we have with the digits. 10 is A, 11 is B, 12 is C, then 13 is D, 14 is E, and 15 is F. Okay, so now how to do this then? If we take a binary number, what we should do? We should group them into 4 binary numbers. Now always remember, we should be combining these binary numbers from right side to left, that is from LSB to MSB, from least significant bit to most significant bit. Okay, so group them together. You group these 0011 in 4, next in 4, and next 4. Now we can number this. So this is what? This is 6. This is how much? 8 plus 2, 10, and this is 3. So 6, 10 is A, 10 I cannot write.
A.
Okay, decimal A, and this is 3. So 6, 8,
3.
3. It is written? No. Okay, go back. So each is a 16-bit digit. It's not come here. Okay, fine. Now you can see this. Hexadecimal is base 16. So we need digits for 1 to 15. Now how do we do this? So first number is 0. Remaining 15 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 is equal to A, 11 is B, 12 is C, 13 is D, 14 is E, and 15 is F. Now as a computer science engineer, you should be thorough with these number systems. You will be using this number system in future also, maybe in third year or fourth year also, in many cases we want to represent some numbers or something into the hexadecimal code or something like that. So in that case you should be knowing these basic things. So that's why we are doing this. So we will take numbers. Now we have a binary 000 is decimal equal to 0, hexa is 1. Remember, we are using 4 bits because we need the maximum base is hexa here. Hexa needs 4 bits to represent. So that's why 4 zeros, 000, decimal 0, hexadecimal 1. Like this, we have this one 011, which is hexa 7, decimal 7, hexadecimal 7. Likewise, 8 is 1000, 8, binary 1001 is 99. Then we have 1010, which is the decimal 10, hexadecimal A, B, C, D, E. So last number is what? 1111, which is decimal 15 and hexadecimal F. Okay. Now we distinguish. Sometimes what happens? I cannot write this number like what 15. Okay. Suppose F, it is okay. F I can understand. What if I write? Now anyone can answer here. What if I write 8? What if I write 8? Now how to distinguish between hexa 8 and decimal 8? Or does it matter if 8 is written either in hexa or decimal? Anyone can answer here. Does it matter if I write 8, a single digit 8, either in hexadecimal or decimal?
No.
No, it doesn't matter. Okay. Now if I take 80, 80 decimal and 80, no, just 80. Does it matter in hexa and binary? Hello? Okay, what I will do, I will not take 80 is a large number. What I will take? I will take 1. Okay. If you write 1, if you just write 1, whether it is hexadecimal or whether it is decimal, it doesn't matter. Okay. But what if I write 10? Does it matter in decimal and hexadecimal? Anyone can answer?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Yes.
yes, it will.
Yes. How it matters?
In decimal, 10,
Hmm?
and in decimal system, value of A is 10.
Okay. Value of A.
So it, in hex digit.
Hex A is 10. Okay. A is 10. A is 10. Okay. What about 10? What about 10? How much it is in hexa, in decimal?
Decimal.
See this. What we have here? We have decimal numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Once the numbers are over, what we do? We take the first number 1, okay, and we add 0 to it. So this will become 10. Likewise, in hexadecimal, we have 15 numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. Then A, B, C, D, E, F. After F, we don't have any numbers. Okay, number systems in hexa. So we have to combine some numbers. So what we take here? We'll take 1. This is the first number, 1 and 0. So 10 is, so 10 in hexa is equal to decimal 16. Okay, how much? Hexadecimal 10 is decimal. How much?
8.
8.
2.
2. Who said 2? Aniket Pawar.
8.
Yes.
Wrong answer. See this, we have hexadecimal numbers. Are these numbers visible? 0, 1, 2, 3 and all?
Yes.
Okay. What is the last number present here, hexadecimal number?
9.
What
F.
is the last number?
FF.
F.
F. Okay. So this F is the last number. Now after this, if what number will come in hexa? What number will come in hexa? 10. Okay. So after this you'll come 10. So this 10 equal to decimal 16. So this 10 equal to decimal. What I'll do, there is some echo coming from somewhere. You all you all mute yourself. Okay. Whenever you want to answer, only then you unmute and answer. Okay. Now what we have here, we distinguish hexadecimal numbers by prefixing them with 0x. If I write just 10 without any hexadecimal or decimal representation, then you may get confused whether it is decimal 10 or hexadecimal 10 when we are combining both the number systems. Okay. So because of this, whenever we write hexadecimal numbers, we should prefix with 0x. So we distinguish hexadecimal numbers by prefixing them with 0x and binary numbers with 0b. So 0xF5 is 0b1101. How it is? So 0xF5. So write just 0. See this 0xF5. So 5 is 0101. F is 1111. So combined together we have 0x 4 ones 0101. So in binary 0b it is 4 ones 0101. Okay, understood. Next one, what is 0x137a in binary? Yes, someone can answer. If you want to answer, anybody? Yeah, you can answer. And whenever there is a lecture going on, make sure you have a notebook and a pen with you. So somebody asks you any question, you can solve and you can answer it immediately. Am I audible?
Hello.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, Rohit, what is the answer for this?
100.
Okay.
110.
100 and
110.
no.
111.
Okay,
And
this
10.
is the answer. You want to okay, display? Okay, just type it on the chat. I will show it to others. Okay, this is the number. Okay, 001 001 1011. Wait, one by one. Who is this 001? Is correct. Next 0111 correct. Next 0010 and this is wrong. Okay, that is wrong. So both the answers are wrong. Yes, one by one. 21 wrong. C29 Akash, this is wrong. Next one. Who wants to answer one by one on the chat box? Anyone can. You can write your answer here in the chat box. See this. These all okay. Who is this? Ashwit Bhatt. Okay, 113. Okay, this is correct. Okay, this is correct. But how you should write it? We should prefix with what? You should prefix with what? 0b, isn't it? So it should be 0b this number 0b 001. Why 001? Because we have the first number is 1, so we have to write this in binary. So you have to make a 4 bits combination. 00 is 001, then 7 is 0111, 3 is 011, and A is array. Sorry. This is not A. It's not F. It is A. No. Okay. It's 1010. Maybe somebody has answered it correctly here. Yeah, this is correct. Kulkarni, Pranav. Kulkarni, but you should leave some space. Okay. This is wrong. This is F. No, it is. We have 1010. Okay, this is correct. So what is this? We should write first 0b, then we should write 1, which is 0001. Next 01117. Next 0011, that is 3, and A is 1010. Okay, have you got it? I thought it is A, F. It is not F, it is A. So it is 1010, not 1111. Okay, I'll click this. Maybe we have answer here. Hexadecimal 1 is what? 0001, 7 is 0111, 3 is 001, and A is 1010. We should prefix this with 0B. So that should be okay. What is this? What is 0B11 in hexadecimal number? Now, can you write hexadecimal number for this? Just write it in the chat box and reply. Yes, anyone can answer. Okay, just a minute. I will randomly ask some questions to some students. Okay, so we have Anupam Bongare. Bongare, are you there? Bongare? Anupam?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you are there. Now answer. Convert this number into hexadecimal number.
Converting, sir. Zero into 3CA.
0 into 3. Why 0 into? From whom? From whose answer you referred it? Wait. Nobody will answer. Let him answer. Okay. Why 0 into 3CA?
Zero.
What is 0 into? You were not there when I just explained. Anupam? What you are doing? You are there online?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Now tell me, what is the answer? Write it on a chat box. Answer and repeat and send me. Do it fast. Is chat available to you?
I'm not able to convert it.
No, you just said no answer. You copied somebody's answer, I think then. You said some answer, no? What is that answer? You just repeated last answer.
I don't know how to convert.
But you said some answer, no? What was that answer you said? You just repeat the answer. We will see what is that.
It is in chat box, sir.
It's in chat box. So you copied some others. Fine, it's okay. Now who is this? Next we have Atharva Hodge. Atharva? Atharva, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is the answer for this? This
Sir,
number
it is 0x3CA.
0x3CA. Okay, what is the answer? 0x3CA, not 0 into 3CA. So those who were just copied the answer, they will presume it as a 0 into. It's not 0 into. It is 0x that represents hexadecimal number, and this is the answer is 3CA. Now see this, from right side we have to combine 4 digits. So you have to combine
4
this
digits.
first, group these 4 digits. It will become A. Then next 4 digits, which is 0011, which is C. The remaining 2 bits are 3. You have to write 0x and 3CA. Okay, fine. Integer representations, we have seen this already in the last 2 lectures, but just we'll go through it again in the fast mode. So unsigned integers, when I say unsigned integers, there is no sign representation there. So only positive numbers and 0. Example 0, 1, 2, 9 and 9, these are unsigned numbers. What are signed numbers? sign numbers will have 0, positive numbers, also negative numbers. What about floating point numbers? They are real numbers which can be written in either in decimal system with 0, or sometimes they are also written in exponential, mantis and exponential form. Okay, so for further reading you can also refer IEEE floating point numbering system, how they are represented. So these are basic data types which are available in C. C declaration and number of bytes. Now we'll take one example. We'll see how many bytes it takes. Okay, I will write a program. Maybe I have a today code block. So okay, I'll define a variable here. What is that? Int a equal to say 10. Then I'll say print okay, a is percentage d. Okay. If you have any difficult, the meeting will end in 5 minutes. Okay, in 5 minutes we'll just see the answer. Then we'll again I will schedule the meeting. You can answer. You can ask questions. So what is the result here? What is the result? The result is 5. Okay. Now what I will do?
10.
Sorry, 10. 10 it is. Printf. Printf will do some lines here. And okay, semicolon, save and compile and run. So the answer is 10. Why this slash n? Maybe we have this one. Okay. The answer is 10. Now, how to see whether my computer or my compiler, C compiler, takes integer as 2 bytes or 4 bytes? So, does anybody know? If you know it, answer it. I will wait for
Using
10.
size of.
Using size of.
Size of.
Correct. Okay, we have a function which is called size of. So with
Size
this
of.
I can know the size of variable. What I will do here, I say size of a. Now here what I'm doing, I'm not printing value of a, I'm printing size of a. I'll save this, compile and run again. Okay. Oh, there is an error. Size of.
Using bracket of printf.
In bracket, we need one more bracket. No, here. One more bracket for this printf. So what is the size here? Okay, why this a 10a is coming here? Size of a is percentage d. A is acha. I'm not using clear screen.
Percentage.
Percentage? A is percentage d. Acha, no, this is 2 times. No, here. Printf percentage d. I'm printing it 2 times. So what was the result here? Okay, learn it again. Okay, maybe we have result now here. A is 10. A is 10. A is 10. Okay, I'll type it properly. A's value is 10. Okay, A's value is 10, and maybe in a new line, I'll use new line here. New line, 2 new lines, and say A's size is this one. Okay, got it? So my compiler takes 4 bytes. Now earlier C program in most of the books and all, if you see, it is given that integer takes 2 bytes, but that is not the case now, because the computers are so powerful, processors are also very high performing. So that's why today's computers, they use minimum 4 bytes for integer. What I will do, anyway attendance I'll get, I will just close the session, reschedule it again. We'll see some more examples, and I will have some questions session if you have any questions. Okay, I will close this, start it again. You all have to rejoin me again. Or are you hungry? You want to close it now? No. Hello? Anyone can answer? Participants, Ashwit?
Sir.
Ashwit?
Next lecture is up to 15 p.m.
Next lecture is to 15. So we'll discuss
Yes.
tomorrow. I don't have lecture. Now again, lecture is next week. 3 lectures. Okay, I will upload. I will try to
You
upload
can
this.
take 10 minutes.
I'll take 10 minutes. Okay, I will take 10
Alright.
minutes. I will brush up some things and I will give one or two programs to write to you, so you can write some programs. Okay, I will just close the session and I'll do it again. Stop sharing. Close. End meeting.